The other day I was driving home, and I had a memory come through about my dad. Just came out of nowhere. I lost my dad when I was 5 years old, and I used to sit at the back of the house waiting for him and staring at the road. I did not like the kids that were there. The house smelled like pee, and I would wait there until he came to pick me up for hours. And then when he died, I waited there for 3 days. I went inside and slept, but I went back right in the morning, and I waited for 3 days, not knowing that he had died. I started remembering that, and I started just crying in the car. Now, here's the thing. I have worked on that memory and that event multiple times. Soul retrievals, power retrievals, all kinds of energy work, inner child work. I've done it all. But here I am going down the road. I have the memory, and I start crying, and I start missing him. I was like, I would give anything. I don't know about anything, but I would give a lot to have another week with my dad. And here's why I'm sharing this with you. Have you ever said to yourself at any point, you thought you worked on something, like some kind of pattern or memory or trauma, and you're like, and it comes, you go to therapy, you go do all the work, and then it comes back up again, and you're like, why is this here? I thought I worked on this already. But then another layer comes up. And when you say, I can't, because I've heard a lot of people say that, because I'm in the healing arts, and they'll say, I can't, why is this coming up again? I've already worked on this. And sometimes people get frustrated or disappointed, and they'll get mad at themselves, or even, not me usually, but they'll get mad, upset, reactive, because they're like, why is this coming up again? It's coming up again to heal the next layer. We are in Earth School. Everything we do here, we are learning. And this is not an easy school. It's not an easy school. It's a tough school, but it is a school. And you're here to learn. So when that next layer comes up, here's what I want you to understand. When the healing work you do, what's so powerful about it is, like, I may always have a reaction to this once, 2, 3 times a year if it comes up, because it was heartbreaking. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't run me or affect my decision making like it did in the past. It affected the way I was in relationships. It affected the way I showed up for jobs. I was underpaid, like all these things. It affected so much. Today, I can feel the feelings and feel sad, but it doesn't affect my life and how I show up, because that's when we don't do the healing work, is where that's how we lose power. That's how we go into victimhood. That's how we go into reaction. Even saying, I thought I worked on this before already, and you get frustrated or upset, or you're losing power. You're losing power to that, right? It's a judgment on yourself, or even maybe you're a practitioner or whatever. It's a judgment, and you lose power. So if this happens ever to you, sit with it, honor all the work you have done, and get really curious on why it's coming up again. This is so interesting. And allow yourself to feel sad, mad, whatever is coming up. Allow yourself to feel it. It's when don't feel that. You worked on that. Oh my God. It's like, that doesn't work. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow it to come through. I'm so sweaty I was just working out with the horse I lease. Allow it to come through. We can't judge the timeline of our own healing. And if there's another layer coming up, it's your medicine, it's your wisdom. The difference between, and Carolyn May says this too, I don't know exactly what quote, but I love her book, Why People Don't Heal. And the book says it's all about the reason people don't heal is because they stay a victim to the story. They allow the story to dictate how they live their life, right? Like, let's say you live with a critical mom, and you work through that, but you still allow that criticism to hold you back from making the money you're supposed to be making, or stay in a marriage that's not good for you, or like, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you use that as an excuse, or like, I got fired from a job 5 years ago and I am so traumatized, I'm not going to go looking for another job. That's why you're not healing, is because you're going back to the Rolodex of your pain and pulling that out and be like, oh yeah, I can't. It's with, oh, I got fired. Let me find out. Let me figure out what happened. Let me be in responsibility. Let me heal from how traumatic that was. I felt abandoned. I felt pushed out. I felt excluded. And I'm going to work on those feelings and move forward. And if it comes up again, I'll move forward again. We lose power in the judgment. We lose power in allowing those things that happen to us dictate how we are in the world. So even though that came up, right, it's like, it's not dictating how I am in the world. It used to, for sure. So the next time it comes up, remember, it is an opportunity for your wise sage within you, the wisdom within you, to gain more wisdom. It's an opportunity for more healing. And what I mean by gaining more wisdom is your entire life story, when you shift it, is all about shifting it into wisdom. Becoming that wise sage, because you chose on a soul level every single day. On a soul level, I'm not saying consciously, soul level, there are no accidents. What are you learning? And every time you do that, and every time you step into your sage, you're more powerful. You're way more powerful. And you can have a day of feeling sad and know that it's okay. Earth School, this is what we're here for. So if something's coming up again, there's a reason. Don't judge it, because you'll lose power there. Sit with it, honor it, love it, and then get curious around why it's coming up. All right, my name is Beth Osmer, and want to let you know I have a free event. I only do this event one time a year, and it's on April 15th, 17th, and 19th. I will leave the link in the PS section. It's all going to be on power, spiritual warrior energy. You don't want to miss this event, because I only do it once a year. Okay. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you in the next